Yo, 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 what's good? Test, test, test. You guys hear me? Sorry, getting here a little late. That's my bad. What's good? Stock market's closed tomorrow. Just PSA there. Martin Luther King Day is being observed on Monday. I shouldn't say observed, but that is the day. So the stock market will be closed tomorrow. But I'm going to get you covered, man, because I said every Sunday, man, I don't miss. All right. Let's check the chat. I think I'm going to pull up Thinkorswim. It's a little easier to chart penny stocks in there. I know there's a lot of penny stock guys in here. Guys, I will chart anything you want. All you got to do is give me a little sauce. If you just give me 3 letters and you're like, Microsoft, MSFT, that's all you give me, I'm going to give you 4 words back. So let me know, talk to me about it. Why are you watching it? What fancies you about this stock you're looking at? Are you looking long-term, short-term? Why are you looking long short-term? Is there a catalyst, right? Help me help you and help the audience as well. That's the main thing for me. Making sure the audience is good to go. And that way they get an understanding of, what you're kind of looking at too. So, because there could be other people in here watching the same thing as you. So let me get my chart up. How's everybody doing? Happy Sunday. Feels like Saturday, man. The stock market's closed tomorrow, man. It's all bullshit, man. Boom. Okay, Thinkorswim's up. Danny, what's up, Steven? Danny, we got Chosen Few, NASCAR, Steven. We got 2 Stevens in here. Mozilla, Namrata, Gary, what's up, baby? Good evening. Hope everybody's doing all right. My Minnesota Vikings just lost, so I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off right now. Shitty ass Vikings, man. They can never get it done. Boyle, come on, Steven. What about Boyle? Any sign of a rebound? All right, let me get through the chats and then we'll jump on that. Danny, yo, 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 yo. Evening, boss. Chosen Few, what's up, brother? Boats and Hose, NASCAR. Can you do pace safe after the reverse splits? What up? Tesla. Run it. AQMS. Would you buy more pace safe after reverse slip for the long term? 9 to 5, my favorite part of Sunday. Now that we're finally seeing profits again, where do you feel overall market is heading? Yeah, we'll talk about that. That's a good question. Peace and blessings, Chico. What's up, brother? Tilray. I know Tilray's a weed stock, man. You think I don't know about the weed stocks, man? Come on, man. Boyle. Yeah, okay. So Boyle was the first request here. Let's take a quick look. I'll cover everybody's stocks. I will. Just be patient with me, okay? And since there's a lot to go, yeah, just be patient. So this Boyle, keep your eyes on Boyle here. Let me hide these indicators. Keep your eyes on Boyle because we have that big gap there. Okay, so I'm really keeping my eyes on this gap. It's interesting. I think price can reclaim it as long as we can clear this prior high right here. That's about 49 cents. If we start breaking above 49 cents, I'd expect this thing to have some nice movement here. The easiest thing I would do is right click, set an alert, and then you can automate this process. There is volume still floating down here, which is typical, right? You'll see residual volume after you see a big sell-off here. This is likely some kind of catalyst is my guess. BioLace, so this is probably a healthcare stock. Micro cap, right? So when you see these big drops, there is a tendency to recover from them. So this could be a nice implied move, man, especially if you break 49 cents and, the size of that gap, we're talking potential 37-esque percent. 37% is nice. So watch that on Boyle here again. 49 cents is when we can start talking, but until we get to that 49 cents, we gotta just be patient with this thing if and when it does get there. Okay, that line right there, count the wicks on penny stocks, guys. I'm going to teach you that. All right, you need to count the wicks. They definitely count. So hopefully that helped you, Steven. PaySafe, I haven't looked at this in a while. So PaySafe is a growth stock, so be careful with this one. If you want to get into the gambling space, right? So PaySafe is big. They're kind of like the PayPal for gaming. And when I say gaming, it's like online, you know, it could be like DraftKings, you know, DraftKings, all those. That's a gaming, right? So this is kind of really the only entity for that. They had a merger some time ago. Originally it was an acquisition company. Just changing some settings here because, you know, my charts are way over here. Let's put this. Okay. So PaySafe, looking at the higher time frame here on the 4 hour, PaySafe is in an interesting spot right now. It is testing these prior highs at about $18 and let's call it 48 cents. So we did close above that pretty nicely here on Friday. So that's a good sign right here. One thing I want you to be careful with is the volume. The volume's not agreeing with the price. So we call this I call it divergence in volume. So when you have volume and price diverging, it's usually not a good sign, right? When you have lower volume staircasing down and you have price climbing, right? There's disagreements there. So really this stock is pushing with not a lot of steam. Okay, it's steadily cruising, which is good. But when you don't have a lot of steam, you can imagine it's getting weaker and weaker the more it's pushing because there's nothing really throttling it. So I'd be really careful with this more than anything. It's extended too, right? Supply and demand is going to kick in at some point. It is very overbought relative to the current price range. I would expect some relief in this soon. If you do start edging a little bit higher here, I wouldn't expect to go any higher than that $20.66 mark, which is going to be your next prior high you need to clear. And that is a significant resistance, right? Multiple touches in the past. You know, you had another one back here. But this looks a little extended to me, okay? Again, you might get a little bit of a pop to the upside, but the volume alone is telling me that this needs to possibly see relief soon on top of it being overbought. But it can extend just a little bit further, okay? It's been climbing for, 16 days now? So about 2 weeks. Looks like it's coming off a nice double bottom down here. So it's been climbing pretty steady. Especially if there's a reverse split too, by the way. If there is a reverse split, that's not good for a company typically. It dilutes the intrinsic value of the shares, right? You don't want to split. Splits are not, depends on the situation. Some splits are actually good long term, but when you're talking a small cap company, it's not the best thing necessarily. So we'll see how the market handles it. Tesla, what about Tesla, man? I can chart Tesla, you know I can. But what about it? Are you long term, short term? This is what I'm asking for, guys. Just give me a little bit of something. Otherwise, like, I'll chart Tesla on the 1 minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't help you if you don't help me. All right, Tesla, long term, right? Here's the weekly chart for Tesla. It's extremely oversold. It makes sense. It's trading like 70 times over earnings. Okay, the PE ratio is really high, so you just had a snowball effect these last couple weeks here. Okay, it's all making sense. Okay, they've had some negative catalysts, right? Things going on with China as well, supply chain issues. You've had Elon focusing his efforts more on Twitter, so Tesla investors are kind of weary because of that. And then you also have the valuation. So all those things have been kind of concatenating, right, and sending it further back down. It's just a compounding effect right now. Every reaction in the stock market tends to be an overreaction. I'm not too worried about Tesla, especially long term. And I've been saying on my streams now for a long time, those who do follow the streams, this is why you got to show up every single time I go live, guys. I've been talking about this head and shoulder pattern for weeks, if not months. I've been talking about this head and shoulders pattern, and look, it's essentially breaking out of that pattern right now. So it's just about getting done with this head and shoulders pattern. That doesn't mean it's going to bounce soon, but common sense tells me that supply and demand will kick in. It's extremely oversold. It's been consolidating for 3 weeks straight now. Okay, it's just been trading in this little range for the last 3 weeks. I think Tesla sees some relief soon. We just need confirmation to the upside. That's really all we're waiting for. But look, I mean, how much more obvious can it get, right? It's been selling off hard, and then now it's just kind of finally chilling in a little range. Doesn't mean it can't continue further down. You know, it's chilled in these ranges before, right? Range-esque areas, but it's getting so oversold, ladies and gentlemen. And you have extremely high volume trading in this current range that we're in. The relative volume is extreme here, so that's usually a sign of accumulation as well. We'll see where the market takes us. I'm gonna go to the market real quick here because the market is interesting, man. The market is what we need to watch. If you guys trade stocks, you need to watch the markets. I don't care if you trade penny stocks. I don't care. I especially care if you trade options, but if you trade penny stocks, if you trade anything, if you invest in anything, you need to watch the broader markets. If you don't, it's a skill you need to pick up. And I can slowly teach that to you on my YouTube channel, okay? But if you're not reading the markets, you don't know what you're doing. You're trading in the dark. Sorry, I'm trying to find a good time frame here. So this is the S&P 500. This is an ETF for it. It's called SPY, but it's essentially the S&P 500. Just move a decimal place. I've been watching this trend line for a long time now, and you're seeing that we're starting to creep up towards it now. Stay off social media, okay? A lot of people on social media, they're talking about an inverse head and shoulders pattern here. That's all bullshit, okay? That's not no fucking inverse head and shoulders. All you got to do is just read the price action and understand the fundamentals, okay? You got to be careful with some of the social media crap. It doesn't mean that this could turn into a breakout, or that it can't, but I'm not buying the inverse head and shoulders, but this is a big inflection point here, okay? SPY is looking very interesting. You know, you have a little bit of staircasing volume here, so volume's been pushing up as we're coming up to retest that trend line, which we have failed in the last 56 weeks, right there with precision. This is a significant location on the S&P, so it'll be an interesting week here. We did have the kickstart. We do have a kickstart to earnings. Earnings season is officially kicked off now. So we started off with banks and financials on Friday last week, and then the stock market is closed tomorrow. So we have a short trading week ahead, but it's at an interesting inflection point here. So we'll see where the markets go. This is pretty crazy. Who knows, man? AQMS 2024 calls. Are you saying you're in them, or you're giving them, or it's very open-ended. Okay, you're in AQMS. Okay, so why you in? I'm just wondering why you're in calls for a small cap, micro cap company. I'm surprised they even offer options. So be careful with that. To me, this just looks like it's playing off some momentum right now. I don't know anything about this company, so you know this could be legitimate. The price movement that it's been seeing here, but you know, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, you're seeing a key region up here. Your prior high is at 167. You know, your prior high in the last year, it looks like. And then all-time highs is $8.08. But with this one, this just seems like it's picking up momentum lately. It has some volume in it, which is good. It's been a multi-day runner. It's holding really strong here. So it looks good if you're trading it intraday. Long term though, especially if you have calls that far out, you know, be careful. Yeah, just food for thought too. I wouldn't look too much into options for any penny stock, any smaller company, right? Options are, I think, in my opinion, they work better if you're trading bigger companies, and you can likely sell them. They're just a lot more liquid. You don't have as liquid of an options chain when it comes to trading these small cap, micro caps, because just because they have options available doesn't mean you trade options, okay? They're very illiquid in some cases, so you might get screwed. You might buy calls on this, and then by the time you want to sell them, there's no one there to buy them. And like, not exaggerating, you won't be able to sell them. So be careful with that. They shouldn't decay too much. They're extremely far dated. So the risk is minimal besides the fact of being able to try to exercise them early. I think it's just kicking off a little momentum right now. If you have a further outlook on it, if you have cons that far out, you might know a little bit more about the company than I do. But as far as what I'm seeing here, this just looks like it's pushing off momentum right now. Looks like a nice intraday trade, but that's it. Long term for me, I have no clue what's going on with this thing. Okay. Tilray, the weed stock, man. What you know about weed? It's down 97% from all-time highs. It should be. It should be. Got plenty of cash. Think this might be one of those buy and hold for long term. Yeah. So this anything you see over here is a joke. Okay, you got to take it with a grain of salt. I mean, this was the year 2021. Everything hit their all-time highs at this time. You know why? Because the United States of America printed $4 trillion. Okay, so that's why everything was extremely pumped. And no matter what stock you go to, you will see all their all-time highs were floating in 2021. Okay, especially a penny stock like this. Tilray, what are they? Canada based? I think you're sitting okay. If it's Tilray or Sundial, not financial advice. I think it kind of reminds me of Bitcoin, right? It's one of those things where it's like, legalization is coming. It's one of those things that's coming. It's just a matter of when, not if, and it's going to be a rocky path along the way. So, I have some buddies that are heavily vested in marijuana and marijuana companies. So I have a good idea of the market, and, it's just to each their own. If you can handle the rockiness and be patient, I think things will be okay. I mean, it's pretty oversold too. It's been cruising at like all-time lows, but other than that, to see $67 again, you got to remember, this is parabolic. This is an outlier. This is an abnormality. You probably won't see that for a very long time, if ever again. The company's gonna have to go through some serious growth here. All this thing is it came back home. That's all it is, right? Had a little bit of fun. You had some hype in here pushing it around, but right where it's trading at right now is probably what it's really worth, and all it did was come back home to roost, right? So for it to get there, it's gonna have to really grow as a company and really expand and go crazy, and obviously you're gonna want the market to follow along with that as well. But for now, man, just looking at the weekly, it's got a ways to go. It's been pushing up nicely the last about 2 weeks here. You're maintaining higher lows, which is a good sign, and staircasing volume looks good. It's been picking up a little more momentum than usual here. I'd like for it to really hold above around this general area of about $3 or $3.05. If it can maintain above there, I think it's holding some steam. AFRM is pushing. Yeah, so some penny stocks are pushing pretty nicely here. Let's clear this up. Smash that like, hit that subscribe. If you didn't hit the like button, man, I'm gonna be pissed. We got 19 viewers and 11 likes. That means 8 of you are lazy. Guys, hit that like button. Do me a favor, because if you can't hit the like button, man, how you gonna hit the buy and sell button on your stocks? You can't hit the like button on a YouTube video, man. Don't make me embarrass you like that. That's crazy. Do me a favor, hit that like. I'm charging you shit for you, okay? It's the least you could do. It's easy. Come on now. I'm not gonna skip your stock. I'll get you. AFRM, yeah, it's been picking up pretty nicely here. I did notice that the volume is starting to taper just a little bit here recently, but the biggest thing I'd watch, man, I keep it really simple, and this is a critical level around here, that 1373. Round it down if you would like. But right now it's got some nice steam. You got some glizzy candles here, man. This thing's pushing nice. It's got strong momentum on the 4 hour. You can see it clear as day, and it's just staircasing, man. Clean, solid trend line, higher lows. It's uptrending. It's strong. It's been pushing for 4 days straight. So all of last week, it looks like it kind of broke out of this range here that it was holding for a minute, right down here, and it started cruising its way up and up. So it's looking pretty good. Still got some strong relative volume here. It is tapering down just a little bit though, so be a little bit careful with that, but could have a little bit more of ump to it to get you at least to that prior high, I would think, but we'll see, one day at a time. That's what I got for AFRM. GSUN, first gap to be filled at excuse me, 322 to $4. What? Where's the gap at? GSUN, 322 to 4. So here's 322, and $4 is right there. Okay. There's a fair value gap there. It's a little different than a normal gap, but yeah, if it can make its way up there, it is looking a little goofy right now. Volume is really low on it. It looks pretty dead. Be careful with this. If we want to speculate on a potential head and shoulders coming in too, we can. So it's a little premature for that, I'd say. But the higher lows ain't so much higher low anymore, and we did form a lower high so far. So be careful with this thing. The volume is just what's tripping me out the most. If we can reclaim some volume, which is very common with penny stocks, I think we'll be sitting okay for sure. Just be careful, man. It's starting to look like a head and shoulders ish, but I'm just speculating, right? like I said, I've seen many penny stocks reclaim volume. They do the same thing. They oscillate, right? They'll have huge throttles of volume and then just, you know, throttle down a little bit, and then they'll pick it back up again, and they do this oscillating. This higher low, this relative higher low is nice, right? Almost like a little double bottom action going on here. So that's not too bad. It's still maintaining a little bit of a floor. All right, it's just not as strong net overall. Disney, guys, give me some smoke, man. What about it, guys? Give me a little more. Why? Guys, why are you watching these stocks, man? Oh man, give me more than 3 letters, please. If you can't do that, at least hit the like button. That helps a lot too. But do that. Hit the shit. Give me a reason why you're watching it, guys. Okay. Give me a reason why I should spend my time charting it, at least, right? No offense, just saying, right? Because you know, there's thousands of stocks, right? So why am I charting Disney for you specifically right now? How can I add value for you? If I'm not adding, I can't add value if I don't know what your game is, right? And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help. So help me help you. Disney, right? It's been trading tight. I mean, it's uptrending. It's strong. There's been a lot of catalysts and volatility with this thing recently, so be careful. There's a lot of executive movement going on, but Bob Iger's gonna hold it down, boy. Yeah, you know, Disney's pushing nice. Make sure you're watching the S&P 500 and just major components of all the indices, right? So watch the Dow, the S&P, and then the Nasdaq. Make sure the market's riding alongside with it. Disney has somewhat traded a little separate from the markets recently, but this is holding very tight. This is a very tight range that it's in, so that's a good sign. Higher lows and higher highs non-stop. Volume is coming in hot the last 2 trading sessions. One thing I was looking at here, I was trying to see if there was a trend line it looked like we were about to interfere with here. Maybe not. Somewhat. See if we can refine that. Just be a little bit careful here. Whenever I see channels that tight, I start to worry a little bit. But it's holding pretty strong. It looks good. All right. How's it going? We hungry? Oh, I'm skipping. Boyle was the ticker. Leverage for natural gas. All right. What are you long term? Yeah, natural gas is selling off, right? It's volatile. It's a volatile asset. It's calming down a little bit here, but you have the Ukraine war going on, so natural gas and oil is calmed down a little bit. It could be showing strength in the stock market, just something to think about, but it's been calming down here. I don't expect it to sit calm forever, especially natural gas. It's very volatile, but until we see things spark up with the war, I don't know, man. It's only January too, so we really haven't seen a lot of the effects of these cold winters that Europe is supposed to somehow make it through. And then you also have Biden poking at shutting down gas appliances, so that doesn't really help the industry. But I would take this one day at a time. Is this an inverse ETF? No, this is an ETF. Okay, so this is with it. Yeah, I mean, it's you do have higher lows in the near term here, which is okay, but other than that, yeah, natural gas is just selling off here pretty steady. But it's somewhat like Tesla, right? It's getting a little oversold, strong relative volume. I would like a little bit more of a floor though. It's not really consolidating the best right now, but it is easing, right? Your lower lows aren't so much there anymore. Now you're starting to form intermediate higher lows, which is a good sign that it's starting to curl a little bit. But you need to start maintaining higher lows. You need to see volume pick up with it, and you need to start clearing prior highs. Once you start doing that, then we can look at a different trend, or if we can at least trade sideways and maintain that for a little bit. That's what we're looking for here, but we're getting preemptive signs of that. But we need a little bit more. I'd like at least one more higher low painted. If we can at least clear above that 1309, we're already sitting a little bit better. MGOL, Right. Time is getting tight here. I'm going to have to go a little bit quicker on these just because I have to live stream in my private Discord here in the next few minutes. And we're going to share some strategies. MGOL price at $5 ran to 1661 Friday. Didn't hold gains, but it's the first IPO to run in months. Oh, Lord. What? 5 to 16? Boy, you know nothing about that 300% move, dog. Holy shit. I better keep my eyes on this. I think I remember you mentioning MGOL. I have it saved on my... I think I have it saved on my personal list here. I just took my eyes off it. Let's see. Kala, Nui, Magol, Sint, THMO, Kakao. I think you mentioned one of those. Nice, good call. Short-term Tesla. Nice. Yo, let's go, Daniel. Thank you, bro, for all you do for us. Anytime, brother. Appreciate you, Daniel. I'm gonna pin you up here, dog. Daniel the GOAT. Yeah, I'm near you. Where you at? You're from Florida? Yeah, I live in the South too, man. I'm actually right next to you. I'm closer than you think, man. I'm down the street, dog. Yeah, Florida's great. Yeah, I've done some business out there, and I'm going to the Keys next month. I've never been to Key West. So if anyone's in Key West, island of like 100 people, and you're trying to black out, dude, I got you. Cedar Fair fun. Hell yeah. PBLA, an interesting reverse split. Only 972K shares outstanding post split. Hit that subscribe if you're new. If you ain't new, welcome back. I stream every week, twice a week at least. Don't miss the next one, guys. I'm just here to help out the people, man. Get the people what they want, man. You know what they want? They want cheaper eggs. But I'm also here to help you out with your stocks. So hit that subscribe, turn the notification bell. Otherwise, you're going to miss the next live stream, man. You're going to miss it. I know you will. You know why? Because that notification bell wasn't on, dog. There you go. I figured it out. PBLA. That is a low float. 792K? Damn. Dude, I'll buy this company. What the hell? Is that small? I'm gonna keep my eyes on that. That's a small. I thought you were gonna say 792 million for a second. That is small. We hungry. The sub 1 million shares post split haven't been running on the day of the split, but usually within the first week you can see a double at some point. That's crazy, dude. Good call on that. Though these are so disgustingly manipulated. Oh yeah. This thing is like a micro cap, so it makes sense why it has less than 1 million shares in the company. Damn, dude. This thing was 5 cents a share. This shit is OTC, bro. This shit should be on the OTC markets, man. What up, Dad? You drinking tonight? No, I'm not drinking. Drinking water. That good shit. AVGO right at resistance. Wonder if it pushes through or another rejection. Okay, I do have to go here very shortly, guys. I am running over. I gotta join my private Discord here. We're gonna go live as well in there and talk about tomorrow and some strategies. Or next week, my bad. Tomorrow's closed. If you do want to join my private Discord, that link is down in the description. At least check it out. Doesn't hurt. Nobody's forcing you to do nothing. All right, you just check out the link and be like, oh, cool, he's got a Discord. I can sign up today or maybe someday or never. Doesn't really matter. But I do appreciate you. It's right at resistance. What resistance, dog? There's a lot of resistance. Resistances. What is he talking about? You guys know what he's talking about? Resistance. Right at resistance. Hell yeah. Okay, well, there is a key level that's at 610. You're gonna watch that next, and then the level below that it's kind of chilling at right now is about that 591. Okay. All right, I don't think I have enough time for the rest of these. Let me see here. Yeah, I just don't have enough time. I am sorry, guys. Sorry, Chosen Few, Martin, Dads, Act 1, FJB, Chico. I'll tell you what, guys. I'll go live again tomorrow, okay? If we get... How many likes do we have? Okay. If we get some new subscribers, and I will know if you subscribed. If we get some new subscribers tonight and you keep smashing that like, I'm going to go live again for you guys tomorrow, okay? So remember what you guys asked in this stream. I'll get you covered tomorrow. The stock market's closed tomorrow, okay? So we're going to treat tomorrow like Sunday. I won't leave you guys hanging. I'll make tomorrow's live stream a little bit longer too, so I make sure I get all y'all. So stay tuned tomorrow. Turn on the notification bell because I don't know what time I'm going to do it yet. Probably around the same time, about 8 o'clock Central. So be sure you can make it. Shit, we got NFL playoffs on. We'll figure out a time. Hit that notification bell, though. I'll see you guys in the next video. I got to get running. Have a great night, guys. See you soon.